Okay, so what we are doing here today is our electrical walk. What I'm doing is I'm bringing around the electrical plans from the permit set so you can see where our current outlets, where our current switches, where the current lighting layout is. So I've got some expo markers here that we can kind of go through and we can move things around if we like to once we get to each space. But the goal is to make sure that we know where all of our switch locations are, all of our outlets are. We want to make sure that our ceilings are planned out with all of our lighting locations, if we're adding anything, if we're changing anything. I also have a handy dandy list that we've been making thus far of things that we already know that we want to add or things that we want to at least price out to see if we can add. So we ended up taking out a lot of these windows that were right here, and we're going to be replacing with a sliding glass door. So a lot of the power that ran underneath these windows had to be taken out, and we're going to be rerouting those in other locations. We're going to be bringing in power into this island. You can see from that rendering right there, power is going to be coming up and into from the crawl space. We're also going to be bringing power up through the crawl space into this refrigerator little area right here that's kind of like this partition between almost like the front kitchen and kind of a back kitchen concept. We're also going to be talking about all the lighting layout up here. We're referencing our electrical plans and looking at where all the lighting is spaced out in every kind of great room area. We're going to be talking about any kind of power adds that they want to. One of the things that the owner wanted was actually power outlets in the pantry. This is another area that we were talking about how we're going to be bringing in all new can lighting. So we're going to be talking about the layout of all the can lighting in this area. We're going to be talking about where they want to be in the space, where their sitting area is, kind of what their routines are, so that we can finalize switch locations, because we have switch locations on the plans, but we were talking about how these clients have never lived in this house before, so they don't know what their routines are. They don't know what direction they're going to basically enter into the kitchen from when they come down here from upstairs. So in kind of looking at that and daydreaming and thinking about what they see their day-to-day looking like, we want to get that finalized on our electrical plan. We're talking about also adding in a lot of speakers. They love music, they love to cook, they want to have more of an entertaining space, but ceilings can become very polluted with lights and HVAC registers and speakers, and so making sure that these are all intentionally placed and evenly spaced, knowing what we want to do, is also one of the reasons why we want to include the designer in this conversation too. We're going to be talking about decorative lighting locations that we have on our electrical plan, making sure that everyone is good with the heights of the decorative lighting. If we need to add outlets anywhere, we have this kind of like random outlet on the stair landing. Do we want to keep it there, or do we want to terminate that outlet in that location? All of these outlets are really low. They might not look low right now, but because we don't have any baseboards in, but the second we bring those baseboards in, they just look really funky, and we want to bring those up to correct code height as well. We're going to be adding in a light into the shower, as well as making sure that there's enough lighting in their closet and power into their closet. All right, our goals over the next couple weeks is to get through all of our plumbing, our electrical, our HVAC, so we can get walls closed up so we can get back to the pretty stuff.